Hello, and welcome back to Cemetery Mary. On the last episode, we helped Twyla steal something after we reset for doing a bad end with Croven. Uh, we managed to get the book of how to talk to ghosts, which I think we get in all timelines, just in different ways. But yeah. So, why did Twyla help us or want us to help steal something? To my surprise, Twyla was waiting for me once I got out the bookstore. Oh, Twyla, you're still here? Yeah, I'm still here. What took you so long? Well, he gave me a book and I. Hey, wait. Can I ask you what you? Can I ask what you took from him now? Does it matter? I mean, well, kinda. He was really nice to me, and it's not as if you told me much about why we did it. Fair enough. Fine, I'll show you, but only if you get into my car with me. Huh? Since you're supposed to be helping me and all, I wanted to bring you to my house for an interrogation, if you will. Because because you don't trust us yet. You just want to make sure we can actually be trusted to help you. Interrogation. The main reason I asked you for your help is because your family members were involved in a mysterious death. So I wanted to ask you for some questions about them and take down some notes. But not here. I don't even like talking about this out loud. So I'll call up a car to come pick us up. I thought you just said that you had a car. You said get into my car with me. You're fine with coming with me, right? Oh, I mean, sure. I don't really have any other plans. Yeah, I figured. Twyla called up a car to pick us up. Is this one? Is this one of those taxi services things? No. I'm just really rich. Okay. Unexpected. Well, I mean, to be fair, we've seen her house. We've seen the dresses she wears into nightclubs. All right. Shortly enough, a car rolled by to come pick us up. That actually honestly explains why Crowan might not. Well, it begins to explain especially if you look at it from the stereotypes of school. You got the rich kids, and then I guess Crowan would be a delinquent. You know, the troublemaker. Those two never really get along. Uh, Shortly enough, a car rolled by to come pick us up. The driver came out, held the door open for Twyla and I. How kind of them. She crawled into the back seat, and I followed suit. Buckling into the car seat, I felt incredibly strange. Groven's family has always had a bit of money themselves, but never like this. Anyways, you want to see what I took, right? Yes, please. Twyla reached around and presented me with a wooden box. It wasn't until she opened it that I felt alarmed. You stole a knife. A knife? You stole a knife from him? How do you even know he had this? That's not important. Sounds pretty important. She said, closing the box and putting it back down. What about the driver? Can you trust the driver? Is this connected to why he doesn't let you come to the store anymore? No, but again, that's not important. Do you think he was using it to? Well, I can't say for sure, but it's anyone's guess. Don't you feel safer that he doesn't have it on him? Not really, because if he had it, it wouldn't be near us. I don't know. I really don't know. I still don't know. Don't like what we stole from him. Listen, we did the right thing. Trust me. I'll give it back to him after all this is through, and he's proven innocent. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. What if he notices it's gone and thinks I took it? Well, then probably a good idea you don't go back there. We sat in silence for the rest of the car ride. When I looked at Twyla, it was like she was staring off very intently at nothing at all, because she's thinking. Mary's too kind, but she doesn't realize when the more stern and, I don't want to say thoughtful characters, because thoughtful implies, kindness when you think of other people. But, she looked like she was going over different ideas in her head. Well, yes, that is exactly what she's doing. Deep in thought. I didn't want to disrupt her process or anything. Like when we first met. Twyla had just told me she was rich. So rich that she had a chauffeur to drive her wherever she needed to be. But despite that, this is a completely different house. I didn't expect her to be this rich. We had to pass through a gate to even get in, and even had a fountain in the front. Oh my goodness, Twyla. You really live like this? You really you live like this? Yeah, I told you I was rich, didn't I? We got out of the car and the chauffeur drove off slowly. As soon as I exited, my nose was bombarded with the smell of freshly cooked grass and fragrant flowers that adorned the front of the house. Even though it had been raining day to day, nothing smelled like the dampness of rain, or even seemed overly affected by it. It felt like I had just stepped into an entirely new planet. By the way, I live with my uncle. I'm pretty sure he's home right now. You might have to say hi to him. Oh, that's fine. I'm just warning you because he's kind of lazy. Okay. Ollie has a good attitude and often flirts with girls he doesn't know. Okay. But not like, you know, we're younger than you, aren't we? That's kind of creepy. I mean, because we don't go to school, so I'm assuming we're old enough for it to for relationships to be fine. But like, you know, still there's an age difference. Yeah, but like now, now that I think about it, it's usually only for pretty girls. So you should, damn, Twyla. Ouch. I see. Ouch. I mean, Mary looks fine, you know. For start, I don't think she actually uses makeup, so she's got an advantage over some people. Because, like, you know, too much makeup completely does the opposite effect of what is needed. Well, not necessarily needed, but desired, I guess, is the correct term. Still, I mean, you know, we walked up a tall staircase in front, and Twyla unlocked the double doors. This man looks like a grandfather, not an uncle, and he doesn't look very flirtatious based on appearance. As soon as we got inside, it appeared as if her uncle was leaving. He has a cane. Honestly, I would have mistaken that as a sword. Ah, Twyla, home already? Yeah, I needed to bring someone over for some business. I see. Well, I was about to head out myself. Would it be rude of me to not introduce myself, of course? That's fair. We can at least say hello. I'm Denzin. And what would your name be, little lady? I'm Mary. Hello. Oh, my name's Mary. It's nice to meet you, sir. Pleasure to meet you as well. Anyways, I ought to take my leave now. I'll be running late if I stay any longer. I'll leave you little ladies to your business, and perhaps I'll see you again soon. And after that, he was gone. Your uncle, he looks like a cartoon supervillain. Fair enough, but you know. But yeah, you said, well, then again, you did call us ugly. I was gonna say, I was gonna point out the fact that she said he flirts with anyone. Well, not anyone, but flirts with girls he doesn't know. But, you know, he seems pretty civil, in and out, you know, hello, nice to meet you, goodbye. Yeah, I know, he looks idiotic. I think that depends on where you are in the world, really. I mean, if I saw someone dressed like that around my parts of the world, I guess, I would think it's more so fancy dress or like a special occasion. Not saying it's normal clothing, but like you would have to, like, you know, you just don't wear that casually. You wear that like for something super important. Potential, I'd say like a wedding maybe. I don't know about a funeral. 50-50 on a funeral. It's embarrassing to being related to him. I think you'd be embarrassed by everyone you knew. Then again, I feel like that's because you just you look down on everyone. Not to the point where you're rude to them for the sake of it, you just rather not interact with them. I don't know if I'd go that far. Come on, I didn't bring you here to talk about my uncle. Let's go. Twyla led me through her house. It was pretty big on the inside and very nicely decorated. To think she had just lived here felt wild. I mean, it's not her house technically, it's her uncle's house, right? So, where does she live? Or where does her parents live? Would probably be a more accurate thing. Where did she grow up, I guess, is what I'm curious about. I didn't have too good of a look at her home, though. Twyla led me into a room that looked like a den, almost. Or maybe some kind of storage room. Compared to the rest of the house, it seemed a bit messy. As if the room itself belonged to a completely different house. There were instruments near the walls, a small table with playing cards sprawled across them. Is this your uncle's room? There were a lot of cabinets and drawers, but I had no idea what they might be holding. It was strange, but somewhat cozy as well. Like, sort of a tucked away activity room. That's what it sounds like. Twyla led me to one of the tables and told me to take a seat while she readied herself. I sat and waited for her to be ready as she pulled out a laptop, as well as a notepad and some other things. I sat across from her and opened my as she opened her. Wait, she sat across from me. Okay, I thought for some reason we had the laptop. For some reason, I got confused. We came to your house and stole your laptop. She sat across from me and opened her laptop, but once she just had everything prepared, an entire aura in the room felt different. It felt compressed, full of pressure. Like this really was some sort of interrogation. Well, of course it's gonna be. Like I was somehow in trouble. I'm gonna ask you a few questions, Mary. I want to know about your aunt and uncle that died. Be honest and tell me all the details, okay? What should I do? Say I wanted to help Twyla, but do I really want to tell her the truth of everything that's happened? I don't know if she's doing it for a good cause, but she's still a stranger to me. I hardly know anything about her. But if I lie, will she be able to tell? Will it ruin the investigation? It will most likely ruin the investigation, yes. And if I lie about what really happened, am I offering the butcher another chance to get away? Yes, you are. That's what I believe. Would I share blame if someone died? I think you should, honestly, because you have the chance to stop someone. Because I didn't tell the truth. Ask away whenever you're ready. Alright then, to start. How old were your aunt and uncle? Be honest, because, you know, details of each victim, there might be a link, a pattern. Well, I don't always remember their exact ages, though I don't think they were the same age. And it was kind of obvious, too. My uncle was kind of old, but it was beginning to show on his face. My aunt still looked pretty good for her age. Sometimes she even looked younger than my mom, if I'm honest. But don't tell my mom I said that. Right, next question, I guess. Alright, so, were you ever given a reason that to suspect they might be dying soon? How do you mean? Before they died, were you ever worried that they would die soon? Got no reason to lie. No, I never would have thought that. They were both still, they were both so healthy and full of life. They just, I don't know, felt like some kind of people I would know forever. I see. Of course, that brings me to ask, how did they die? They went out together one night. I don't know exactly where or why, but I just thought it was some sort of date night. They were supposed to meet up with a friend or two, but we recall they were just gone. Well, how do we know that they're dead then? Well, like, dead, you know? But how did they die? I don't know. I wasn't allowed to see them. And no one spoke much about it in front of me, so I don't know much of the details either. It wasn't in the news or anything big. I don't think so. I don't know. All I know is that my uncle had blood on his clothes, maybe some rips and tears. And no one is really sure how my aunt died, I don't think. I see. Well, those are some high chairs and a high table. I think that's all I need. So, did they fake the death or something? Because like there was so many details that we should have known, but we don't. Twyla typed a few final words before closing her laptop and getting up from her chair. That's it. We're done. Yes, that's all I need right now. Thank you for agreeing to come talk to me. I was a bit taken aback by how short it took. We travelled all the way to Twyla's house just to talk for a short while. She didn't even ask me about their names or anything. Because well, the butcher might be attacking at random. I don't even know if that's what information she was really got out of it. Well, see if it was related to the butcher or not. I doubted it was anything overly helpful. So what do we do now? Well, I'll continue my own research, but you can go home for now. Really? That's all I'm needed for? Yep. It's not quite what I was expecting here, but it certainly helps me a lot. Were you expecting us to lie? Really? Yes, it gives me some more insight on some things that have been happening lately. But that's all I need from you. Right now, at least. As I said, you can go home now. You sure? I mean, we came all this way, and I feel like I hardly did anything. You did more than enough, Mary. Please leave. I need to focus on research I've been collecting, and the last thing I need is a headache. I understand. I'll text my driver to pick you up at the front. Give me your address so I can send it to him too. Oh, that won't be necessary, huh? You can just drop me off at by the cemetery. Why? Just cause. I just don't feel like going home right now. Alright then. I have to say goodbye. I'll wait out at the front of the car that would drive me back to the cemetery. It was quite a bit. It was a bit quiet and awkward ride, but I arrived safely, so I can't complain. It had gotten later than I thought. However, I didn't realize how fast time flew by. There wasn't much else for me to do with the day at this point. It was long before I decided to take the bus home again. And nothing of note really happened after that, except, well, you know. Okay, you're here. Hello? Yes, I'm here. Is there a problem? You mean other than the ones you've caused me? I apologize. You say that, but nothing's changed. I'll do all I can to keep you happy. You already know what would make me happy, though. And that is... Sure, tell me about the parents, because you're not going to tell us who you are. We've gone over this, haven't we? I'm sorry, Mary, but you already know how I feel and what I'll share with you. I'm keeping up communication with you, because that's what it's what you wish. But I won't divulge any information about your parents or who I am. What if this is just like a coping mechanism? Like Mary is not actually talking to someone, which is why they can't give us any information. We just, like, she's distraught about this whole thing. So her mind has created an individual that we can't see in person on a device where only we can talk to them, where they give us no information and only tell us what we want to hear. So please, if you must ask ask questions. No, I won't answer anything like this for you. You'll find out in time, so please be patient with me. Do you understand? I understand. Alright then. Things were quiet for a bit after that. I wonder if they were done done texting me. But to my surprise, I got a text a few moments later. I expected it to be them, but instead it was... Hi, are you awake right now, Twyla? What could you want so late? Yes, I'm awake. Why do you ask? You don't have any plans tomorrow, do you? Other than staying around the cemetery all day? Well, when you put it like that. No, I'm not busy. Oh, good. Then we can do this sooner rather than later. I want you to head somewhere with me tomorrow. Where? You'll find out when we get there. Can't I know? No. Why not? Because I don't want you refusing to come with. You think I'd refuse to help you? I don't know. You seem you seem kind of sensitive. That's all. I mean, that's fair logic for Twyla to take. Trust me, it's not that bad. You don't even know. You don't even have to do a lot. Remember when you were distracted from me earlier today? Yeah. Well, you're going to be doing that again, but someplace different. Hooray! More stealing. See? See what? You're already chickening out. I am not. So you'll help me then. In case you forgot, this is for the sake of capturing a murderer, you know. I didn't forget. I'll come with, just as long as you don't steal anything this time. I shouldn't need to. At least, not anything important, so you do plan on stealing. I'll see you tomorrow then. What's your address? I'll come pick you up. Oh, well. I'll be by the cemetery by then, surely. Really? I'm planning on to go pretty early. Yes, I'll be there. I'm not really at home that often, so... Besides, it'll be easier for you to drive there too, I'm sure. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. Can you meet me at the cemetery at 7:30 in the morning? I haven't had to get up to that early in ages. I would, like... I go through, like... several alarms just to wake up, or that's like double digits. That's just to wake up. For all I know, I could like one by one wait for them to go off, turn them off, and still fall back asleep. The early bird gets the worm after all. I mean, you look like an owl, so it makes sense you're gonna use that analogy. That's not a problem for you, is it? Oh no, it's fine. I'll be there. Alright, good. I guess I better go then. Or I better go to bed. Twyla didn't respond after that message. Seeing how early I would have to get up the next day, I took myself into the covers and tried to rush myself to sleep. It wasn't easy, especially when I didn't know where Twyla would want me to take me. But eventually, I was able to fall asleep. It was still somewhat dark out when I woke up the next morning. Is it the club? I could hear Croven snoring in his bed as I brushed my hair and got dressed for the day. Honestly, I wasn't even sure when the bus would be coming, as I never really took the bus this early before. But I caught one, and I was waiting at the cemetery gates when Twyla's car pulled up. Once again, she had a chauffeur taking us. I tried not to question it. After all, she's probably used to getting around like this. Once I was in the car with her and we were driving, it felt appropriate to ask her again where were we going. And she answered. A retirement home? Yeah. Is it supposed to be help us catch the butcher? That's what I'm hoping for, hoping anyways. If you let me ask, why there? Well, one reason a murderer is being suspected is because of the spike in deaths lately. I know there's rumours that people have been spreading about them being violent, but after doing researches of all the deaths we've had, I've noticed the majority of them have been above 65 years old. People in that age group have been dying the most in this area. What? Well, I mean, isn't that a bit expected for older and elderly people to be dying? Yeah, yes, but not from a serial killer, Mary. What kind of serial killer kills old people? Exactly. I don't think I catch a drift. Mary, if you were a serial killer who, to avoid a risk of getting caught, didn't want to be known at all, who would you kill? I don't know. You'd kill someone who's already expected to die, of course. Even if an autopsy report proves otherwise, most people would still assume they died of old age, or a heart attack, or some sickness, or some other age-related issue. Maybe a few people would be suspicious, and even spread rumors about you, but majority would think it's nothing unusual about an old person dying. I never thought about it like that. So, I think there was actually a movie that was made not focusing on the elderly, but it was a serial killer. I don't know if it's based on real life or not, but there was a serial killer in this movie because it was who focused on homeless people and would offer help at a homeless shelter, providing food, would offer a spare room to a member of the homeless community, and then kill them. I don't know where I've got this information from, but I'm pretty sure it was talked about while I was back at school or something. That was a topic that came up by a teacher because I think we were supposed to be analyzing this movie. I don't know if it was based on real life again, but it just seems relevant because if the victims, if they were homeless, they've got no one to report them missing, that sort of thing. So we're going to look for clues, evidence, something like that. How can you be so certain about this? And what if we don't find anything? Or what if we get in trouble? It'll be fine. So I think it's not like the most high security place in the world. I'm sure all the nurses will be too worried about the geezers to pay attention to whatever we'll be doing anyways. Especially with you, distracting them. Alright, I suppose I did say I would do that, didn't I? You did. So don't let me down, okay? I'll try not to. The sun seemed to illuminate the front of the building perfectly as we drove up. Cypress Side. I've heard of this place before. I don't remember it. I've seen job ads for it. They were looking for nurses and other stuff. Twyla told the driver to return in about 2 hours or so before stepping out of the car. I followed her. The air smelled fresh and clean as we headed towards the welcoming door. It must have been all flowers planted outside. As we stepped through the entranceway, all my senses were bombarded with extremely sanitized smell. The lights felt bright, and I noticed no windows had their curtains drawn. It felt extremely clean and open in here, and there was a few faint sounds of what I could only describe as old people music playing in the other room. Surprisingly, there was no one at the front counter. Twyla seemed to notice this as well. Oh good! No one to interrogate us about why we're here. This already became 10 times easier. In fact, this is a good place to start. What do you mean? What else would I mean, Mary? I'm going to look through the computer. Well, Twyla, please don't. Mary, please, don't make a bigger deal of this than it is. I'm not stealing anything, and it's for the greater good, alright? Stop making me go over this. Alright, but only because it's for the greater good. Good. Now, while I get started, go out and distract them. But how? I don't know. It's your job. Ask a nurse where things are. Pretend you're entertainment. Even fake a medical emergency, I don't care. Just be sure no one comes over here. And if you spot anyone coming, stop them. Or alert me so I can get out. How should I alert you? I don't know. Shout something like, "Look, a deer," and point to the nearest window. I'll know what it means when I hear it. But on all the curtains drawn? That makes sense. Now go. Get out of there. We don't want to waste any time, right? As instructed, I walked further into into what appeared to be a common room. There were some elderly people there, and as well as around 3 or 4 nurses to watch them. I collected a few odd glances as I entered, but it was important that I not look suspicious. Though when it comes to me, I just try to smile and look inviting. But being a distraction proved more difficult than I thought it would be. Because talking to people didn't seem like the right way to go about it. I didn't even know what I would have said. So she's shy. Cool. I didn't want to say the wrong thing and come off as even more suspicious. Though, I'm sure I looked nervous enough as is. I kept looking over to Twyla. She always seemed steady at work, it seemed. I wonder what she was even looking for. She clearly knew what she was doing, but maybe I thought I wouldn't understand it or something. Or maybe She was scared I wouldn't agree with doing this if I knew. Well, I tried to be while I tried to appear distracting and kept looking out, I kept a lookout. I also tried to look through some drawers and or bookshelves when when eyes weren't on me. It felt dirty and wrong, even though it was a common area. I didn't like snooping and around. Snooping at all. I can't read. But it's not like it all mattered, I guess, because I didn't find anything important. I think with that, I'll call it there. It's definitely been... I've definitely been new, I guess. We met another character, Denzin, for 2 seconds. So, yeah. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully I can see you in the next one. With that, goodbye.